Okay, hi there boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. Okay, we're here for RIOT Duos by a narrow vote. We ended up, I think, with Vikendi and Sarnok for our two maps this evening. So, yeah, hopefully a couple of good games. We've got a nice full lobby. Yeah, let's see what we get. We're going to follow Panda, one of our hosts from RIOT, down on the drop, and we've got a east to west flight line. So certainly Krasnik, Cosmodrome, Villa, Castle, all in range on that one. Last few games we've had on Vikendi certainly thrown in some challenging zones, some very aggressive shifts to the coast early in the game. It's one of the reasons I really enjoy watching games on Vikendi. The zone really does play a major part, more so on this map than others, I think. Okay, so we've got a good distribution north and south of the flight line. Looks like our guys from squad number 2, Panda, they've overflown Cosmodrome and they're heading straight to the north coast. Getting a few people into the stream and the chat already, which is always great. Okay, so Panda's on the deck. He's teamed up with Diva. Oh, already getting the Christmas hats out, loving that. And Kendi jumper, I like that one. Christmas jumper, fantastic. Okay, so these guys are going to start getting looted. Let's have a look. And right, we're going to head to Villa straight away. Looks like we might have a couple of teams in there. So we're here with Fusion and team number 11, which is one of the squads from Zen. Oh, that's hard shift, sorry. 11, okay, well then, yeah, then that's interesting, because, yeah, okay, maybe the roster's not been updated. Sponge and Lotus, well, it says we've got hard shift clan tanks, but it says they're in from, no. Okay, well, we'll have to work that one out. Don't know if they've changed clan or we've just not updated the roster, not entirely certain. Okay, so we're here with Lotus. Criminal off to the right, bar not too far in front. And here we go. Lotus has got a look at Criminal's location here. We're getting hit from the flank, and that's Lotus down. Oh, Sponge not too far away, but potentially going to get pushed on here. Oh yeah, great work there from Sponge. Drops Criminal. So it's now going to be a one-on-one. Here we go. Bar comes over the top and manages to take Sponge out. Good gunfight there, though. So that's the duo wiped, and Bar should be able to get Criminal back on his feet. There's nobody else about in Villa, actually, so these guys should now have that to themselves. Right, nice early gunfight there. Okay, we've got potentially a couple of teams pretty close to each other up in the north. Let's have a quick look at our friends from Elusive in squad number 24. And they're not too far from team number 16, which, well, according to the roster, should be a Gen squad. Yeah. I don't think they're too far away here, but potentially looking for a vehicle. These guys, there's one down to the left, or they're just going across here for more loot. Yep. They've moved away somewhat, but they are now coming under fire. So Knots has got sights on them, so we'll move into location. And here we go. Putting some rounds into Bruce now. Oof, very nearly established getting the knock on Bruce there. So he's not looking to potentially push this one. Changing his angle. Potentially trying to get into nade range. If he has them. No, he hasn't actually. He's only got the one smoke by the look of it. So, yep, he's just looking to close on this. Oh, what's he ranked up with? M4 here. Looks like Bruce coming back to join his teammate. And actually had a bit of a peek at him there. Don't know if he noticed it. And here comes a nade. Right, that one just impacts the outside of the building, so it doesn't really do any harm. Oh, they've got close to these guys, but don't seem to, at this moment in time, want to go in. Probably hoping to get a bit of a knock, force one of these guys out. And here we go. Now, potentially this is an opportunity to push. Oh, but just stayed out in the open a little bit too long for his reload there, and has in turn been knocked by Bruce. Bruce looking to potentially push on this one. Drops Damo and manages to get the duo wipe there, and should be able to get his teammate up fairly easily. So it's a good fight there from the guys from Elusive. Now, by the looks of it, we've got the guys from Riot, squad number 2, that we followed down on the drop not too far away from this one. Yep, they've certainly had a look at that. So potentially looking to hit them right after the fight, and looks like Diva has now put the knock onto Bruce. Panda looking to push on this one aggressively by the looks of it. Yeah, he's going to hit him from the low side here. Right, so he's got a look now. I'm putting plenty of rounds in. Panda puts a knock on Bruce. So should be looking to push this now, I think. Out comes the molly. Yeah, a couple of mollies coming in, and I think this is all going to be over by the Shatton pretty soon. Yeah. Panda doing the business there. So great squad wipe from Diva and Panda. So that's 2 kills for this team now. So quite a bit of action up in this northern part of the map. Okay, let's look at our first circle. And that's actually pretty benign, isn't it, for Vikendi? Certainly in comparison to some of the ones that we've had recently. So shouldn't be too far for anybody to rotate into that one, really. Yeah, it's actually taking pity on us a little bit for this one. Okay, let's have a quick look here. Zero tolerance. Look like they're getting pretty close to someone. That's squad number 6. That should be another squad from Zen. Yep, Syed and Tora. It looks like they're potentially moving away from each other. So we've had a fair bit of action in the initial stages of the game. We're down to 58 players, 30 teams. And yeah, they're sort of spread out all over the map, really, aren't they? There doesn't seem to be too much of a concentration in any one area. Quite a few people have found themselves already in zone, though, when that circle number 1 broke. Okay, let's check out around the Hot Springs Kentra area. It looks like we got some guys from Gen down there. Not too far away from, looks like squad number 3. That will be Riot. In fact, that's that's Ghost's team from Riot, actually. So we'll check out Ghost, see what he's up to. Level 3'd up, very nice. G36 Car 98. And it doesn't look like these two teams are aware of each other just at the moment. Yeah, after an initial good phase of play with some early gunfights, seems to have quietened down just a little bit now as the blue zone starts to move in phase 1 of the game. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on it now. Yeah, potentially we've got a couple of teams up there getting close to each other. Let's have a quick look at that. Squad number 38 from Fusion, getting potentially into it with the guys from Elusive. Quite looking forward to streaming tonight's game, actually. It's been a while since I've streamed a duos game. Normally always pretty good fun, plenty of action in duos. There's the guys from Fusion, certainly not too far away. You never know, blue pushing in might force these guys together a little. Pretty quiet on the kill feed at the moment. We'll just keep an eye on this for the time being. That sounds like a couple of shots are going out, and looks like Manraj is taking some rounds, so as ANZ. However, he has put the knock on one of the guys from Fusion, so Slumix now having to fight it out against the two of them. Well, getting the smokes out, probably wants to get his teammate up, get an extra gun into the fight as quickly as possible. Yep, going back for his teammate. So yeah, that's Slovix getting the res on there. So back out with the M24. See if he can do some damage with that. Doesn't look like either team particularly wants to push too aggressively at this point. Although Slow Mix here looking to move forward. Effectively they have to go that way. It's only phase 2 of the game, so the blue's not hurting that much, but ultimately they are going to have to start to move, so that is potentially going to bring them into contact with these two fellas from Elusive. Yep, and they're starting to draw some fire. And that looks like Laura Bean has been knocked again. Now let's have a look, see if the Elusive guys are going to push this, and I think they are actually. Looks like they're coming across quite aggressively. Oh, no, it did look like, well, okay, maybe not. Looked like they were potentially looking to push on this one. Okay, so ANZ has taken a high ground here, potentially looking to hit them from the other flank. He's closing in on them. What's he got? Suppressed M4 and an Uzi, so he's ready for some close quarters action. making sure his buddy's covering him. And here we go. But he's been knocked and didn't seem to be getting any cover fire from his teammate there. So maybe that split really didn't work for them. Maybe he wasn't in a good location to offer him covering fire. So yeah, it looks like Manraj now on his toes. Doesn't want to take these two on his own. Don't blame him. So yeah, that was an expensive push for Ans there. Okay, we've still got 43 players left alive. Let's have a look. And people, yeah, they are somewhat just sort of separated off from each other to a certain extent. So this may well be one of those games where we end up with a lot of people contesting the final stages of the game. Circle number 2 is about a break. Okay, we've got Salty Snakes look like they've taken a central location at Castle. A few people still rotating in, but for the most part, most people have managed to find the edge. And looks like we can rule out a coastline finish, or the coast being part of any circle for the later stages of the game. So we're not going to get a situation where half the circle's in the water and everybody has to run into a small place. So it's a little easier for the players. It's a bit more exciting when the zones are more aggressive from the spectator point of view. Hey, let's check out the guys from squad number 49. They've got a few teams around them. But certainly quiet phases 2 and 3 of the game. But it looks like Jokey might just have a quick, certainly had a quick peek at the duo from duo number 21 there. Oh, that's Spies Bambi at 21. Now the roster says that's another Zen team, but yeah, it's I'm not certain the roster's absolutely correct. Actually, it obviously doesn't help when players sort of don't change their clan tags over. It can be a bit confusing from a commentary point of view, but we'll just have to work with that one. Hey, that's team from Zen number 6 rotating through, drawing a little bit of fire. Okay, looks like we're here with one of the chaps from Salty Snakes. His teammate already dead. He's very, very low in health. So Manraj doing a business there. Manraj lost his partner earlier, but manages to pick up a kill there, right on the edge of the zone. So gives him a bit more loot, a bit more breathing space. And there is our next circle. So Castle still going to be in play. Let's have a quick look down to the south here. We're here with team number 30. Okay, Wiggles. Yeah, not certain what clan that is. Okay, let's check out the guys from the rendezvous. They're fairly, and they're getting into it with team number 6 from Zen, but that is red zone knocked and thirsted up. So Supreme here now on his own against the two fellas from Zen. So had a quick look there, but Tora does the jump fire and manages to clear up. So that's the duo from the rendezvous out. There are a couple of other teams getting involved in some gunfighting around this area. We got team from Fusion over there, team from Fallen. Does look like we've got a crate drop not too far away. So that's been looted. Let's have a look at Alpha. And looks like his teammates put in some damage in. So managed to get the knock there, but doesn't look to want to push it too aggressively at this stage. In phase 4 of the game, so we've got 27 players still left alive, and okay, there we go. Castle has now been taken out for our next circle, and it does look like we're going to be on the western side of the river potentially. Let's check out the guys in Castle because we've got Salty Snakes here, not too far away from a team from Genesis by the look of it. Oh no, this roster is all wrong. I think the roster that's posted, right? Because half these teams are different in different slots. There's team under 18 is well, it looks like a pen team to me. So I think, yeah, we've had a few slot changes and not really been updated. Combine that with some players not having clan tags, it makes it very difficult from a commentary point of view, but well, we'll just work it out. One bunch of lunatics is trying to kill a bunch of other lunatics. What else do you need to know? Okay, these guys are out of the circle. It's going to start moving in. Phase 5 of the game, so they really don't want to be caught here for too long. And if we have a look at the map, these guys have got to get across that water at some point, which can take time. So they really don't want to leave their rotation too late here. We're down to 25 players left alive, 15 teams still contesting. And it looks like the other team have gone for a rotation out, back into the blue, back across the bridge, and then across again. That might hurt them a little bit. Yeah, there's certainly yeah, and that was a very risky rotation, that one. Got to get some bandages in. Teammate is not, and that's killed them both. That risky southern rotation. Looks like Menace is now down. And yeah, that's some great work from Redders there. Looks like Fuji's down. Ghost on hand to get the res on, so it's starting to pick up a little bit now. Sorry for the explosions in the background. Well, everybody's setting off fireworks, but hey, we want to hear loads of explosions anyway, don't we? Okay, 2 kills for these guys. They've managed to find themselves just at the edge of the circle. We've got Spice Bambi from over there, squad number 21. We've got team number 6 potentially getting into it with team number 12. Well, that's Nick's. That should be another Zen team actually. Just going on normal player location. Let's check out Nick's, and yeah, they've done some good work actually. These guys, 7 kills for this team, Danny and Nick's. All right, Nick certainly had a look at Tora there. These guys have got a good compound here that's in circle, so they'll want to keep hold of it. It's going to be a bit of a bullet magnet because everybody's going to want to come and fight them for it, but for the time being, it does afford them some protection. We're down to 14 players now. And that is Denny getting a great knock there on Tora with the AWM, so that's given Nix the opportunity to push now. Looking to get into it with Syed. Switches out his guns and does the business there with the M4. Well played, Nix and Denny. Some great gunfighting there. And that's given them free reign over this compound. Gives them a bit of breathing space. Phase number 6 of the game. Okay, let's quickly shoot up to the north here. So we're getting into it with Fusion. Looks like Criminal has been knocked. Getting into it. And that looked like one of the guys from ZPX. ZPX doing the business there. So we're down to 9 players left alive. 7 teams. And we're here with Denny and Nix. Certainly did very, very well in the last one. Elusive Manraj not too far away. And Elusive has managed to put the knock onto Denny. They're trying to go for the thirst and nearly achieving it. Nix needs to get round here and stop it. But third party work coming from Sook there. Really did potentially save Denny's bacon there. No, Denny was in fact thirsted up in the end. So Nix couldn't quite get there in time. That third party action hurt. So Nick's going to have to try and take this on her own. And yep, does the business there. That's 9 kills for Nix and Denny now. Doing great work. The next circle has popped. So Nix has got some rotation to go. We've got 6 players left alive from 5 teams. So the only 2 that are still intact as a duo are the guys from ZPX. So we've got Spies Bambi just outside zone over there. Jiggle just over there. ZPX looks like they're taking some more casualties. And you have to say that the advantages would be with these guys. They've got some high ground. They're pretty much at edge of zone. They're still intact as a duo. Taken 8 kills, these guys. Alpha and Fallen, so certainly having a good game. Managed to get a little bit of cover here with this rock. Nix is off to their right flank. We've got Jiggle just down there. Spies Bambi down there as well. Let's check out Fallen. So he's looking for a little bit of a flank. Get down to this bridge area here. And looking to potentially put the hurt on these 2 fellas who are hugging the coastline a bit. He knows they're around here somewhere. Wants to be careful Nix doesn't get a shot on him there. So still 5 players left alive, 4 teams. ZPX are only intact duo. Molly's going out. Looks like Alpha has come down to this location to assist his teammate. So expect these guys to potentially be looking to clear these 2 fellas up. We'll phase 7 of the game. Yep, and that's some third-party action coming from Nix up on the high ground over there. Nix hugging the edge of circle. So Fallen looking to smoke out his flank. Desperately wants to get rid of these 2 solos. just to the side of him, but very aware of the threat now posed by Nix on the outside. There's our next circle, phase number 8. So it's like Nix has potentially got the easiest rotation into some cover. So Fallen here needs to be dealing with these two guys here. They are hugging the hell out the coast. Jiggle potentially looks like Jiggle taken out. So Spies Bambi here still on the coast. Let's check out what Nixie's having a look at. We've got a good overview of this. Got a good location of cover. Phase 8 of the game. However, you have to say that Nick's potentially going to be facing a 2-on-1 here if the guys from ZBX here do manage to clear up this last one. So deciding to maybe use the advantage as a push in now. Great. That was a great call there from Nix. Putting in the damage. Don't think managed to get a knock though. Putting in more damage into these guys though, and gets the knock on Fallen. That was a great push from Nix there. Fantastic timing. And continuing to put the damage in, and you know what? I think Nix managed it there. That was a fantastically timed push by Nix at the end there. Really caught the guys napping, and takes the kill. Really great work from Nix and Denny in match number 1. So they take first place with 11 kills, 6 for Nix, 5 for Denny. In second place, also great result for the guys from ZPX there. They take 10 kills, 5 apiece. And in third place, Goose and Tabs and Spies Bambi, not certain on the clan. Put your clan tags on, fellas. With 8 kills in third place. So let's have a look. We've got a couple of players there with 6 kills. Let's see if potentially we had any more than that for anyone. Jokey got 5. And just going through the kill list here, and it doesn't look like anybody got more than 6. So Spies Bambi and Nix sharing individual kill leaders for game number 1, and Nix and Danny taking it for 11, taking the highest kill total for a duo with 11 in game number 1. So fantastic action from those guys. Good fight at the end in the circle. Well done to the young duo from Zen there. Okay, boys and girls, that concludes game number 1. We'll be back very shortly for game number 2, which I believe is on Sarnok, which will be good fun because I don't think I've commentated the game on Sarnok for a little while. So we'll see you very, very shortly. Bye for now. Okay, hi there boys and girls, and welcome back for game number 2. We're going to follow Nix and Denny down on the drop, our winners from game 1. Very nicely timed push by Nix there to take the win. So we're on Sarnock. I do like a Sarnock game actually. And what we got over 82 players at the moment. I think we would do a few more, so we'll see. Well, we'll load up the roster, but it's not. Okay, so let's have a look at our flight line. So Paradise Boot Camp certainly in, well, pretty much everything's always in range on Sarnock, isn't it? But Paradise and Boot Camp certainly in range. A couple of people, quite a few teams out early actually. So, Nix and Denny out the plane. Now are they, where are they heading? Now they're going towards Boot Camp. Are they going to drop it? And it looks like they are. Yeah, they're dropping straight into Boot Camp. So good distribution along the flight line. A few people staying up on the northwestern island. Quite a lot of late droppers though. Quite a lot of action towards the east coast. Okay, here we are with Nix and Denny. They're in Boot Camp. We've got at least one other squad. That's team number 9 with them. That's another team from Zen, Mustang, and Missy. And looks like we've got one of the duos from Fusion in the warehouses across the way there. Hopefully a nice bit of early boot camp action. Let's just have a check. I can't see. Oh, Doppler's in as a single by the look of it. Not certain quite how that happened, but so he's there as a single. So, well, it's an aggressive drop if you're going to come in as a single. Hit boot camp. And Denny's putting a knock on one of the chaps from Fusion. That looks like. Yeah, we got Bart from Team 43, one of the Fusion guys there also. Let's have a look at what he's staring at. And we got a little bit of third party just off to the south. Looks like squad number 45, level 1. Looks like most people consent to be looting up at this moment in time. We might actually have to... So there's our first circle. So certainly we're getting some action now at the south here. These guys have picked up a couple of kills already. Looks like the guys in boot camp are happy to keep it at a distance for a while, so we may have to come back to that. We're here with Towel from Fusion, getting into it with squad number 13, which on the roster is another team from Zen. Sorry, yep. Remember these guys from the other day. Jody lighting it up on Miramar actually, the other day in Gen squads. So these guys picked up 3 kills already. And yeah, it looks like the chaps in boot camp might now be going at it. Or are we just looking at potentially? Yeah, they've certainly got some rounds into Doppler there. Nick's having another quick look. Denny had a little bit of a peek at Mustang there. And in comes the red zone bombardment. And some great work from Denny there. Picked his moment beautifully, waited for Missy to come across and took the knock, looking to potentially push this one very, very aggressively. Nothing else to at least deny Missy's teammate the opportunity to get the res on. We're going to come across. Yeah, got eyes on now. Missy has now been taken out. Let's check out Mustang getting into it with Nix and manages to put the drop on Nix, and I think probably going to get the. Oh, doesn't go for the thirst. Doesn't quite go. Doesn't go for the thirst. So that's going to allow Denny to potentially cover his teammate. Here we go, getting into it on the stairs, and Mustang taken out. So that's Denny and Nix doing well in boot camp. Doppler still knocking around somewhere. But Nick's now back on her feet, so should be able to get the meds in. Looks like Doppler's potentially got a lick at Denny here. And oh, what a great time to do the shooting just as you're in the middle of the climb. There's nothing you can do about it. And Doppler has taken out Denny. Just really terrible timing for Denny there. As soon as you hit the climb button, there's nothing you can do to stop it when somebody starts shooting at you. So we had a very active first part of the game. We're down to 51 players. We'll just check the rest of the map, because it could be a while before these two decide to poke at each other. And we got quite a few teams in the blue. Okay, that's Nick's putting some rounds in, but Doppler out of the building, does a jump and takes Nick's out. So even though I think he potentially dropped as a solo Doppler, or certainly lost his teammate very early if he didn't, ends up being the king of boot camp. Great work there. Picked up 2 kills. Okay, let's have a check on the guys from team 21. And, oh, Flash. Nice. Riding the bike standing up. Like it. Eddie Kidd style. Showing my age there. Eddie Kidd. Bloody hell. Okay, so that's our next circle. So it's yeah, we could potentially get one of those nasty finishes you get on Sarnock sometimes, where you're not certain which coastline to head for, because all 3 islands are still going to be in play if that breaks even more centrally towards that junction there. Okay, let's try and up to our next fight. Potentially we might have yeah, we've got some action here. So let's head down there. We're here with one of the guys from Penn. Mumbles and E-Town getting into it. Whoa. Ooh. And that's E-Town knock. That was, yeah, unfortunate. Mumbles comes straight down into the water probably. There we go. Should be able to get the res on his teammate. That was an impressive jump though, wasn't it? It was fun to watch. So probably the guys from Gen wondering where these fellas have gone. Said, hang on, we were just in a gunfight with them 2 minutes ago. What's going on? That's quite good fun. Okay, phase 2 of the game. The Blues pushing on these guys. Not too far to rotate to get in though, to be fair. And looks like the guys from Gen just looking to make their way into circle. Over here with Torah and Syed. Looks like Syed was knocked, but Torah doing the business getting the res on. These guys just off to the edge of the circle. And let's check out Tequila. And Tequila taking a bit of damage there from Rhymes right from level 1, and also taking some third party action from the right flank. Not going to get any cover there, so Tequila has been knocked. Looks like they're coming under fire from the guys from duo number 8. That's Xeno Tactic. Right, going for the res. Potentially need some smoke there, but going for the res. Managed to pick up 4 kills though, these guys. So, zone number 3, they do need a move. Now they're going to be potentially pushing towards the guys that they were engaged with initially from team number 45. Two guys from 45 a little bit separated off from each other though, so potentially if they can isolate one. It looks like they're taking some fire now, and that's Fish knocked again. And right, have we has Tequila received instructions to leave the teammate down? Yeah, teammate's been thirsted up anyway, so that's Tequila going to be facing the rest of the game as a solo. Let's just check out our friends from Elusive here. So we're down to 31 players, 18 duos still alive, and looks like, yeah, beautiful knock there by Andy. Having got the knock, looks like content to make their way towards zone. Okay, there's our next circle, and this is what we were talking about earlier. All 3 coastlines still potentially in play here. Let's have a look at Wolf from Fusion, and we managed to get there just as Kitten doing the business and establishing the kill. Well played. Okay, so we've got a lot of players rotating in from the eastern side of this circle. Let's just have a quick look at Andy again. So Doppler not too far away, and I think that's was now who was that was Doppler putting the knock on Andy there. Doppler was player who dropped in a boot camp and managed to be the only one who walked away from it. So managed to establish a knock on Andy. Out goes the nade. We've got squad number 45 rotating in behind squad number 44 there. Andy's bled out. And it's going to get very, very busy on this side of the map. And Tequila could well be coming into getting some unwanted attention soon. The duo that engaged with earlier, not too far away still, and certainly took a huge chunk out there. And yeah, Rhymes Vibe doing the business. That's Tequila down and out. Syed getting tore up back on his feet. Looks like they're potentially going to be pushed from guys from squad number 14, team number 14, and that took a big chunk out. Managed to get his teammate back on his feet, so at least he got 2 guns back in the game. And that looks like it's that squad number 14. That looks like Jen. Harry from Jen here on his own. Did manage to get a knock, but unfortunately couldn't push it in time to get the wipe before the res was achieved. So we're down to 25 players left alive, 15 teams. Doppler's still banging around this complex somewhere. It seems to be rather good at hitting fights at the right time just to establish knocks. Let's check out Jody playing with Erin. They've managed to pick up 7 kills, these guys, so far. Looking in very, very good shape. Phase number 4 of the game. Okay, so we pretty much decided which part of the which coastline we're going to be dominating here, and we've still got these guys right at the edge here. They don't have too far to rotate, but they're right on top of each other. And Circle's going to start pushing them soon. Phase 4 of the game, so it's painful enough. Oh, here we go. And Doppler doing it again. He's a bit of a master of the ambush shooting, that fella. Managing to get himself reloaded. Has taken a bit of damage from Syed, and Syed takes him out. So great work there from Doppler from Fusion there in the early parts of the game. Tor has been taken out, so Syed facing the rest of the game as a solo. 6 kills established by the pair of them, though, so pretty good stuff. Okay, 19 players. Syed still got a little bit of work to do to get back into zone. Let's jump down to the south. I think we just missed that one. So the only thing with duos can happen very, very quickly. So here we are in Ruins. We're here with PTSD Wallace. Let's check out Kitten from Riot. So Panda has already been taken out. So got the two guys from team number 30. Now they're out of zone. There is our next circle shift, and that's an aggressive shift to the north. Let's join the guys from Penn. It looks like Mumbles has been knocked. So E-Town's turn to do the reviving after he went off the cliff at Cave. Let's see what Fitzy's up to. Fitzy and Temp fighting their way through the blue. And that's going to put them pretty close to team number 21. Yep, looks like they're getting into it now. And Fitzy drawing a bit of fire there. Can't afford to be stuck out in this too long. It's just going to be too painful. Does the business there. Goes for the thirst, but that cost him. That cost him. So we're here with Jody now. Looks like Jody's just established a knock, but in turn been knocked. Erin straight out of the watchtower here. And looks like should be able to get to his teammate. And you have to say, 10 kills for these guys. They're certainly having a good game. Oof. And Jody just managing to get into cover before getting thirsted up. Great covering fire there by Erin. So we're down to 7 players left alive from 5 different teams. Mumbles still out there. And you have to say the guys from 13 they've got a good location here, but they need to own a flank. They've got bad guys all around them from their perspective. So they'll be looking to clear at least one of these flanks, I'd imagine. So we're down to, as I said, 7 players. Bambi getting some nades thrown at her. And that's Wallace putting the hurt onto Rhymes' vibe there. Jody getting the res on to Erin. So we're down to 6 players. Let's check out, is that Mumbles still? Alright, now Mumbles, there's our next circle. So Mumbles has found himself out of zone. Absolutely aware that he's got these other players around him. And yeah, Mumbles could be a bit of a thorn in the side here if he gets forward into the back of this pair from Zen. And that was some damage coming in from the nade there. And Wallace's teammate, Jiggle, just off to his left. Phase number 7 of the game. So these guys have got to move forward very, very slightly. Let's check out Mumbles. I think he's still slightly out of it. And here he comes. He's getting into it. And he's managed to get a drop on Erin here. But Jody doing the great work covering fire. Manages to take him out. So we're down to 4 players now. It's duo from Zen. And duo from Fusion, and I think the guys there from Fusion took it. Yes, they did. So, nice try by Mumbles there to try and get the drop from behind these guys and clear it up, but didn't quite manage to pull it off. And Fusion using the opportunity there to push hard on Zen and get the win. So, yeah, they take first place with 6 kills. In second place, it's Zen, Erin and Jody. Great game for those guys. 12 kills, 8 for Jody. And in second place, guys from Penn, 1 kill each for E-Town and Mumbles. So our individual kill leader looks like Jody with 8. So look, we've got 6 for Bambi there. 5 for Doppler. Yep, played very well in the early and middle parts of the game. £1 Fish from DH getting 4 kills. Well played indeed. Plenty of 3s and 2s. Don't think we're going to get anybody else that's going to be able to match 8 though. No, we don't. So that makes Jody our individual kill leader. And I'm fairly certain that the guys who came second from Zen there also are duo kill leaders with 12 for match number 2. So, yeah, great games in Vikendi and Sarnock. Congratulations to our winners of game number 1, Danny and Nix, and our winners game number 2 from FusionNet. Thank you to Riot for the host, as always. Very nicely run event. I'd like to thank Xena for jumping into spot number 2 and getting results and screenshots for me. Thank you very much indeed. Much appreciated. Always very, very helpful. Thank you all for watching and supporting the stream, and most importantly for playing and making these events such fun for me to spectate, stream and commentate. I really do appreciate it. Excuse me. Okay, boys and girls, I'll probably see you again tomorrow night, I think, for DH Most Wanted Scrims tomorrow night. But until then, as always, I'm Vimes177 Gaming. Good hunting, and bye for now.